An impossible dream. Here's how Harry can finally get back in the royal fold. With the royal family continuing to deal with the death of Queen Elizabeth II, their strained relationship with the Duke of Sussex is back in the headlines again.
Relationships that were once strong are now fragile. A prince dared to leave everything, but what was the price of that freedom? And who are the people who really suffer? There are never-before-revealed secrets, deep sadnesses, and decisions that change an entire dynasty. What made a prince choose his own path, and who do its consequences affect? Between laughter and tears, between love and separation, an untold story is about to be revealed. The journey of a prince, innocent children, and unhealed wounds. All will be revealed now. Prince Harry's deepest upset amid his ongoing feud with the royal family involves the lack of relationship between his children, Archie and Lilibet, and their cousins, Prince George, Prince Louis, and Princess Charlotte. Royal expert Tom Quinn revealed that Harry is distressed by the strained relationships affecting both him and his family. Despite hopes that the children could reconcile the family, Harry and Meghan see no way to resolve the conflict. Quinn also noted that Prince William feels a sad reminder of the loss, particularly as his son George shows interest in becoming a pilot, a role Harry once enjoyed. The rift between Prince Harry and the British royal family is not something that happened suddenly, but is the result of conflicts that have accumulated over many years. Long before leaving his royal role, Harry expressed dissatisfaction with the way he and Meghan were treated, especially by the media and some family members. Allegations and revelations in Harry and Meghan's interviews and books have made the relationship even more strained. Harry believes his family lacked the support and protection Meghan needed, leading to them feeling isolated and alienated. But reality shows that there is not enough concrete evidence to prove this. The stories and news were exaggerated or even distorted, increasing Harry and Meghan's feelings of isolation and alienation. In fact, the royal family has taken measures to protect them from the media, but cannot control the entire press. The decision to leave the royal family comes from personal reasons and Harry and Meghan's desire for a private life, rather than just dissatisfaction with their family. In short, it comes from greed and selfishness. To be honest, I don't really believe it. Harry's deepest upset is how his and his wife's personal conflict with his family is impacting his children. How clearly does this show that reality is something he's not akin to? Of course, keeping your kids from all families from both sides other than your wife's mother is going to impact them. They know only what they're told and/or see, and even that is screened. How can either of them possibly think the public believes their bull about Archie asking about his family, who lives in palaces? Do they address the poor kids as prince and princess, further messing with their minds? Anything Harry and Meghan regret is due to their actions and only theirs. When these children are of an age when they can delve into what they missed out on, I doubt their parents will be honest with them. Maybe he should have thought about that before he set out on a path to air his and Meg's dirty laundry in the public arena. What did Meghan think they were going to accomplish by dragging the royals through the mud? Did she think everyone wouldn't see through her lies? No one in their right mind would drag their family through the mud in the public arena and then expect them to greet them with open arms. Just the opposite. The Harkles live in a land of delusion. And as far as Archie and Lily, well, Harry has no one to blame but him and his wifey. They made their bed and now they must pay the price. The royal family is surviving quite well without the two drama queens. I'm sure His Royal Highness Prince George and His Royal Highness Charlotte know what's going on. Everyone knows that the royal family is surviving quite well without the Harkles. But here's the big one. The Harkles cannot survive without the royals, so who needs who? Clearly, this one-sided feud was created by Harry and his wife, and they continue to do so, either directly or by the paid Sussex squad. As for their children, yes, they would miss out on having a wider family network. Not just the royal family, but her family also. But that is all down to them as parents and their continued victimhood. Actions have consequences. The royal family has remained dignified in their silence throughout all the nastiness from the Californian duo. Unfortunately, our late Queen and Prince Philip had to witness some of the drama from these two. Now Scobie has been marked, it seems Tom Quinn is the successor in trying to make out that the Harkles are the victims. I wonder whether Tom Quinn will last longer. Harry shot his family down and then threw them under the bus. It would be more believable that Harry was so upset if he hadn't been causing the rift for the last 4 years. Royal expert Tom Quinn said the feud is now impacting Archie and Lilibet, their father's deepest upset. All these things make Harry look like a victim, and we aren't buying this. He is not a victim. Also, the fact the Wales children do not have contact with the children known as Archie and Lilibet is actually for the best of George, Charlotte, and Louis. It is better for them to remain removed from the Sussex family for their own well-being and safety. Whatever comes out in the future about the children, the Wales family are away from the fallout from this. Don't forget, William is also a helicopter pilot, so he certainly doesn't need Harry to entertain George with his stories about flying a helicopter. Also, has Harry actually got a brain, because he seems to think that he and his missus can say whatever they want about the royal family, and then they wonder why the royals don't want anything to do with them. Why would William and Catherine's kids want anything to do with Harry after everything that Harry said about their parents? Well, Harry and Meghan should have thought about all this before they started with the innuendos, lies, and complete exaggerations. It's simply far too late now. The same royal family that ruined Harry's life, why would he want to do the same to his kids? How being born a prince ruined his life? Wait, he insisted on giving titles to his kids. He wants them to have a relationship with the waste royal family that causes Meghan to want to off herself. You most definitely got this story all wrong. There is no way Harry is pushing for this. Or was it all a big porker sandwich, he told? Well, he and his wife could have fixed that before too much water passed under the bridge. They refuse to accept any olive branch in that regard. Now, not only do people not trust them not to run to the press every time they are in the presence of a royal, people also don't trust them around WM and Catherine's children. Their envy and dislike is so strong they are not trusted in any way, nor should they be. Despite many efforts and goodwill from both sides, mending the relationship between Harry and his family was not easy. Emotional wounds and distrust have made reconciliation difficult. The parties' views on resolving conflicts are still very different. Harry and Meghan want acknowledgement and apology from their family, while the royal family wants to protect their image and traditional values. Especially since the royal family is not wrong, why should they apologize? The royal family doesn't need that crazy couple. Stay as far away from the royal family in the UK as possible. When is Harry not upset? He started the feud with Oprah, Spare, and his round-robin of interviews, slamming the royal family as much as he could. His first wife is head of the Sussex squad with a money trail to follow. Bowsy and Omid are the mouthpiece, and I think Tom Quinn is fast replacing Scobie. Strange bedfellows are more than just Soho House. But so much trouble could have been avoided had they just admitted they could not have their own children and had decided to use surrogates so that they could have a family. But they started with deception and then just kept digging, to the point that I don't see how they can ever get out of the hole. There is no amount of apology that will put fraud and treason right. If William is smart, he would not allow his brother near his children due to Harry's issues that need to be addressed and treated by doctors in the mental health arena. And Meghan's jealousy of Catherine is well established. Those two need to be kept away from the future king and queen as well. But I believe that William and his wife are alert and fair enough to decide. I bet they would love their surrogate kids to have a relationship with the future King George, but it's never going to happen because William will never risk a repeat of what happened to him happening to his children when a certain pair of Markle kids decide they want some of what they are not entitled to. Well done, William. Keep your children and their future safe by keeping anything to do with Harry, including his pair of surrogates, out of their lives. William won't be too big on Harry telling porkers to Prince George. William can answer any questions George has about being a pilot. Harry wasn't a pilot, he was a gunner. You need to get your facts straight. William will make certain the Harkle Sprogs are not anchors on George and Charlotte's coattails like Harry was to William. Harry isn't worried about the kids' relationships. He's worried they won't benefit from the royal connections as he did. The Wales children have plenty of cousins with the Tyndall's kids, Pippa kids, and their friends at school, plus many others. It's the Harkle's kids locked away on a compound in Cali, never seeing the light of day. The Wales kids are doing wonderful, living great lives without the Hackles. You can't miss something you never had. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.